6.2, day 2. So we're still in representations of functions, and we are going to evaluate a function. So 6.2 is evaluating a function. What is the value of y equals 2x plus 5 when x equals 3? What this means is that you are going to look at the function rule and input 3, see what you get for your output. And we can also talk about in words what this function rule is when we're talking about the input and the relationship to the output. All right, so what is the value of y equals 2x plus 5 when x equals 3? So first step is to write the equation. So when you're given this question in your math homework or in class, first thing you want to do is write down the equation, y equals 2x plus 5. Then you want to substitute 3 for x. It's asking what is the value of y, meaning what is the output, when the input or the x is 3. So instead of x here, we're going to input our x value of 3. So substitute 3 for x. Okay, next is to simplify, and you need to use a calculator or remember to use your order of operations, your PEMDAS, which means multiplication comes before addition. So you would do 2 times 3 first, which is 6, plus 5 is 11. So when x is 3, y equals 11. Let's do it again. What is the value of y equals 4x minus 1 when x equals 5? Step 1, write the equation. Y equals 4x minus 1. Next, substitute, this should say 5. That's a typo. Because it says when x equals 5, sorry about that. So you're going to input 5 for your x. And make sure when you simplify that you are using PEMDAS, your order of operations. 4 times 5 is 20. 20 minus 1 is 19. You can also use a calculator. So here's what we say. When x equals 5, y equals 19. That was the last example I have, but I want to go back to the first one. Remember that you can talk about this in terms of input and output. What's the rule here? What's happening to the input value? So if we're only looking at x, which is our input, what's the rule? The rule is we're multiplying by 2 and adding 5. So no matter what the input is, the input could be any input in the whole wide world. It could be a decimal, it could be a fraction, it could be something like 10,142. Whatever the input number is, the input value, you have to double it because you have to times it by 2 and add 5 to it to get your output. So let's talk about this one. Y equals 4x minus 1. What is the function rule? Okay, when you input x, any x in the whole wide world, what's the rule? Multiply 4 minus 1. So the function rule is quadruple the x, or multiply by 4, and then minus 1. That is the end of this short lesson, and we will practice doing that in class.